as you know, oftentimes for a creator, as they get bigger, a lot of the money they make is through sponsorships and other sources of revenue.
Right, right.
And really, the question is not just about how much from Twitch; it's how do they keep building their careers, and how can they bring in money from elsewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Twitch being a platform can help them build that from elsewhere. So I think that is absolutely the right strategy, because we focus on their diversity of interests and talents, as opposed to locking them into a fixed, numbers of hours they have to stream,
To be frank, as we wrote it, it was way too broad, and it was poorly done, and we messed up there. And I fully understand how people interpreted what was written. As I go back and look at it, I was like, yes, I can fully understand the interpretation. Yeah. There was a lot of detail, lots of pieces, and it wasn't clear about sponsorships and how important sponsorships are. And that created a great deal of angst in the community, and I really apologize for that because, again, I understand why there was the response like that, and it was easy to interpret that way.
Hang on, this interview happened before the sponsorship stuff, did it? What's the date? 9 days ago? Wait, what? Oh, that's interesting.
A lot of the money they make is through sponsorships.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Wouldn't large creator make sure they have, their sponsorships? Of course, that's a big part of it. But I feel like a bigger content creators, isn't their main source of revenue still technically their subs and donos and bits? Cause like I don't have a sponsorship, right? So all of my income is from subs and bits and donos. No, it's sponsors. But someone with like 10,000 viewers, like if they're all subbed or gifting, aren't they getting their main revenue from there? Well, is that why Twitch thinks it's okay to take 50% of sub revenue? Because it's not our main source? I mean, even though it is for like me? Sponsorships really pay that much? Holy crap. Affiliates can have a 50-50 split, but I feel partners should earn more and have a higher split. I mean, people have figured too, is like there's no difference between partner and affiliate other than we get the check mark. There's no benefit from Twitch, let's say that. It's definitely a benefit, but only within the community because you get acknowledgement for it. But there's no other benefit, like Twitch does not give you any benefit. You hear back slightly faster if you put in a support ticket, that's about it. When I first established 50-50 revenue share split, it was to signal that we're in this together. You do all the amazing work you do to create great content, engage with your audience, grow communities on our side of the partnership. It's our responsibility to make continuous investments in the products and people that make your growth possible. We're taking money from you to let you know that we're in this together. Are you serious? He's saying Twitch can take more from his creators because he reckons the creator's wage should be paid by others. Oh my god, yes. That's literally... Because he says right here.
Absolutely get bigger. A lot of the money they make is through sponsorships and other sources of revenue.
Other sources.
And really the question is not just about how much from Twitch. It's how do they keep building their careers?
The question...
How much from Twitch,
the question really is not just how much from Twitch that we get, it's
how much. How do they keep building their careers?
how they keep building their careers and
how can they bring in money from elsewhere?
bring in money from elsewhere. So the CEO of Twitch is telling us that it shouldn't be about how much we make from Twitch. It should be about us getting revenue elsewhere from Twitch, even though we primarily stream on Twitch. That would be like if you worked at Wendy's and they took some of your paycheck and were like, but we're in this together. And then they told you when you were upset about it, they said, well, why don't you go work at Taco Bell? Why don't you make more money at Taco Bell? Why don't you go work at freaking KFC? That is literally what he's saying. Now, keep in mind, we don't get a paycheck from Twitch, right? They don't pay us like that. Our money is completely from the community. So it's like you guys pay us, but they act like they are entitled to half of that because guys, we're in this together, guys. We're in this together. We're in this together, so they need 50. So he even says they don't say that we did the 50-50 split so that we can help keep servers going and blah, 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 blah. He says kind of make continuous investments in the products and people that make your growth possible. How are they investing in you guys? What products are they investing in to make my growth possible? What are they doing with my 50% that they're taking? Guys, like I was heated before, I am so much more heated now. Because he's literally, it's not like we're just saying this, right? It's not like this is just like we're so mad and this is what we believe. He's literally saying it. He's literally saying the words. Twitch should not provide you with a full income. You should get it somewhere else. But we're still gonna take 50% of it. Oh, and we're gonna try to take your sponsorship money as well, because we should get a cut of that too, because we're in this together. This is just like, guys, this is bad. Guys, this is really bad. This is worse than I thought. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have to keep earning. We have to keep earning them on our platform every day. Right?
Yeah.
The reason they stay
Oh.
is because we're the best
Oh.
place for them to stay.
Oh
No.
my gosh. Are you familiar
Not
with
anymore.
Twitch emotes by any chance?
Familiar with what?
Twitch emotes?
I am familiar with Twitch emotes.
Do you know Giga Chad?
Do I know GigaChat?
Yeah.
I actually do know GigaChat, but I'm blanking now on. I'm like, yes, I do know GigaChat, but I'm blanking on exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
It basically just means a super self-assured, strong, independent man. And I kind of feel like your attitude towards like creators on the platform is kind of a Giga Chad move.
That's what it is. I had heard the
We'll be
name.
the best and you'll stay here. So I respect that.
I have heard of the Giga
Alright.
Chat.
Well, it's interesting. Okay, cool.
Our focus is not so much on what we produce. In fact, at times I think we had thought about, oh, what should we produce? And really the magic is creator-led things. Right? The thing that the audience likes is when, in fact, the best Rivals events are the ones where a creator has an idea.
Yes.
Really, let me let this up for you. Truly, the magic is where a creator does something and puts it together, and then we get half of that income from that event, and it's wonderful. Twitch doesn't have to do anything, and we're making money. 'Cause we're in this together.
Okay, cool. Well, if you could add like one feature to Twitch, like shoot for the moon, that you think would be really effing cool for Twitch. It could be something personal, it could be something super crazy. What would you add?
And so what I want is to make it while you're streaming,
Uh-huh.
you can see other people that you can just go hang out with on their stream.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you can see when some of your friends are hanging out, and then somebody else comes and hangs out. Okay? And you're all doing this with your community.
No.
And then if you want, you can press
Kitty!
a button and you bring your communities together into one meta community.
Dang.
Right?
Okay. That's a grand vision. Holy frick. Okay.
Okay? And I think that, because it's hard to entertain by yourself.
It is, yeah, and it gets repetitive too. So, is that like referring to the idea of like teams, where if this member of the community isn't live, this one would be instead? Then the community can find each other.
I think, yeah, and ideally, and I don't know this idea in detail. This is an abstract idea.
Yeah,
right?
this is just like an apple in the eye, or twinkle in the eye.
This is just right. You have so there's a channel, GPTV, Girls Play TV,
Okay.
which is 8 women, and they coordinate when each of them stream. But it's 8 women on one channel.
Right.
Okay, and then they figure out you're going to do Tuesday at this time. You're going to do, and that's a lot of work, right? It would be much easier if you had folks that had these loose collections. They streamed on their own channels, okay?
Yep.
But the community all was kind of common between them, and oftentimes if 3 of them are streaming at the same time, maybe they're hanging with each other while they're streaming, right?
That's VShojo though. That's VShojo though. I mean, that's what groups do. Is he talking about like where you would like go to like this team page or group page, and then whoever's streaming would be on that page? Something like that? Because otherwise he's just describing coordinated groups. So teams do have a page, like if you click on Vdoki by my name, it has a page, and then it will say whoever in that group is streaming, and you can find everyone in that team. So it literally is something that exists, but it sounds like he's talking about like people within a certain agreed upon sphere or whatever would just, I don't know, it doesn't sound like anything new, I guess.
How do you actually feel about the current state of monetization on Twitch? I think it's pretty good. It could be better. Seems like you have some thoughts on that.
Yeah. So by the way, like obviously it can always be better.
Sure.
I think often people don't appreciate. Whenever we look at something, we don't appreciate what we have, and I think the fact that we get the amount of support from audience to our streamers, and then also have advertising as a complementary form of income. Whenever we look at something, we don't appreciate what we have, and I think the fact that we get the amount of support from audience to our streamers, we don't appreciate what we have, and I think the fact that we get the amount of support from audience to our streamers, and then also have advertising as a complementary form.
We have advertising as a complementary form of income. Oh my god! My $30, $20 a month from running ads in my community's face and ruining my growth because of ads is complimentary, guys. What are your guys' thoughts on that? He could have just said, I feel like an acceptable answer would have been something like we understand that a lot of people are unhappy about the split. It's something that we will discuss later. It's something that we will hopefully look into as Twitch continues to grow. It's like we hope people will continue to stay and understand that the split goes towards the supporting Twitch. That would have been acceptable to me. But he literally just shamed people for being upset that they take 50% of what you guys give to me. We're not appreciative enough of the support that they give you guys to come to me to give me your money that they take 50% of. And then they have graced us with the presence of ads that interrupt our content that we get pennies for as a source of income. But it's like he literally, I was so curious about this answer. And I like that Philly even said it could be better. And that his response was, we're not appreciative of what we have. Which is true. Of course. It can always be better. And we should appreciate what we have. But that doesn't mean that you should accept shit when it can be better. That doesn't mean that if you have a crappy meal at a restaurant, they overcooked your steak. That doesn't mean that you should be appreciative of it and pay for it anyway. You should get the steak that you ordered. You should always want a better deal. Everyone should. We deserve better because Twitch doesn't exist without us. They're just counting on the couple people leaving and not the whole horde of people. Because they won't leave unless it gets really, really, really bad. Or Kick improves in such a way that Twitch becomes obsolete. They won't leave. So Twitch is 100% my main source of income. But Twitch doesn't provide me that income. You guys do. Like, if all of you stop donating, stop gifting subs, stop giving bits, I get like $30 from Twitch. Because I run ads. So it's like, and he's telling us to be grateful for what they give us. When they don't even really give us anything. Whoo! That is the worst response he could have given. I just think that the way that he worded it is that people don't appreciate what they have and that they support people. They bring people to us to pay us money. And that they give complimentary ad revenue because of freaking course we should get revenue from ads being run over our content on our videos? Of course we should. It should be illegal not to.
Another component is through advertising. Another component is through sponsorships.
That makes sense. Is this like you're talking about like a bounty board 2.0 basically, or?
Yeah, I mean yeah. So we haven't, we're experimenting right now.
Okay.
Right, and so it's not exactly bounty board, but part of this is to make it more, is really to enhance existing relationships. It's not to get in between the streamers and their current sponsorships.
Yeah, that's what I was
more
wondering.
Yeah, it's not to say, because those relationships exist and they're strong. The question is, there's some streamers that can't get to those, right? Which is what bounty board was trying to address, because usually those are bigger streamers, okay? But then also how
That's exactly what they did.
More organic in their engagement with the product. In other words, so that maybe it can be integrated into Hype Chat, or there's a banner or something that enhances that a relationship. And the more we can enhance it, then that allows our streamers to.
That's interesting. He even mentions banners and talks about the more we can enhance it, and then the sponsorship deal that they were rolling out would prevent you from having a banner. So how does that make sense?
A little bit over time, so I wanted to grab one last topic and then we can get to outros if you don't mind. So in terms of discoverability, I think the Twitch clip system is a really brilliant system and is very underutilized on Twitch. And I know you mentioned that, for example, discoverability on Twitch itself isn't great. What about like sort of a Twitch clip live feed sort of style feature that users would have a reason to be on Twitch besides just long form content? For example, you could scroll through and find clips from your favorite streamers.
Yes.
Or maybe you can find clips that make you watch new streamers.
Yeah. I think that's an area where we're exploring to see what's a good experience. Anything that we do in this, though, we have to remember the need we're meeting, and we're very clear that we don't want to try and siphon off time from the community experience on our live experience. We are a live community base, and this is a augmentation or a supplement to that to enhance discovery, and not the primary means of engaging on Twitch.
Right. So
Because they won't make money off of it? Because you can't really put ads on clips? Because, like, why would you not do something that would bring more traffic in? And also help bring people to the creators? Because if you see clips that you like... Here's an example. I was on YouTube the other night and I saw a short and it was hilarious. And the guy was hilarious, so I went to his YouTube and I started watching all of his other shorts because he's freaking hilarious. And then I subbed to him. But I would never have found this guy or looked for him if I didn't happen upon his short. Like, but for him to say, like, well, primary means of engagement it's not the primary means. But why? It doesn't have to be the primary, but it could be a huge part in bringing more traffic to Twitch and improving the Twitch mobile app and helping people find other creators. Yeah, it's a funnel to the primary. Like, if they had a Twitch clip section where you could go and just quickly scroll through people's clips, right, and watch one after the other, like, that would bring in a ton of people. Is it because they couldn't make revenue from it? Because there would be people, they want people in live streams watching ads and gifting subs instead? Is that it? Like, what could possibly be their reason for not wanting this? Because his reasoning of, like, well, we're long-form content and we don't want to adapt or nothing. God forbid we bring more people to the platform outside of our creators doing it on other platforms. Not the primary means of engaging. Well, sure, but like, why? If you have clips of those best moments, of those funny moments, of you know, having the funny moments happen, and people get to just see that right away and see, like, the entertaining part of you at your best, like, they're gonna want to see more and they're gonna like that. I'm like, hey, this is funny, this is cool, like, this is scary or whatever. And then they'll come and find you just to hang on and see more of those moments, right? I don't know, like, that's why it just... He kind of poo-poos it. Like, the way he shrugs his shoulder even is very much like waving it off, you know? It's just like... It makes sense to me. Like, if you had clips just like YouTube Shorts, and then they could immediately after watching the clip click on you and go to your page and see more of you or follow you so that they can catch a live stream. Like, that makes sense to me. How's it not make sense? Of course not, but it's like, it's not even about the video games, it's about entertainment. It's about the nature of people and how they absorb content. You know what I mean? Like, people who are scrolling and happen to see me, right? I'm not doing anything right now, I'm just chatting, so they're not coming here for the video game that I'm playing. They're coming here maybe because I have, they see him up on the screen in the thumbnail, right? They think my VTuber is cute. You know, stuff like that. But it's like, if I'm not doing anything interesting to them, they'll just find someone else, right? I see y'all cycling in and out! I see you! Come back here! But yeah, you know what I mean? Because that's just how it is. That's just how it is.